What if creating a heritage album was so easy you could finish the base pages in just a few hours?
If you watched my last video, we were working on my aunt and uncle's little family archive that I have. And I have been finding some photos. I found out their marriage date. I'm getting some things printed. So that will be the next step. Remember, the first step was to organize it and preserve what you have. But the goal is to put a few pages of each of my dad's siblings in our Saunders family album. And this album started with Fast to Fab pages. So I was planning to add my aunts and uncles to some of these pages. And they're really nice because they're pre-made, pre-decorated. And you see I have some notes here. And these are really beautiful, and I might use some. But they're very hard to rearrange. If you don't want the page that's next, then you're going to have to cover it up with something. But we now have, they just came out with photo sleeves that you can put between pages. But I just got this really simple Natural Beginnings album kit, and I'm really excited because this grew up out of our Simple Page kits, where everything has the lines to cut. The background pages are done for you. It's so easy. I wanted to title this video "The Easiest Album Ever," but honestly, the easiest album ever would be if you were just sliding 4x6 pictures into our multi-pocket pages. But you have to have 4x6 pictures. It can be a little boring. I mean, it's fast, but I kind of like a little bit of decoration. And then I want to incorporate memorabilia and tell the story. Plus, vintage photos aren't 4x6. You're going to have all kinds of sizes, even some 8x10s or some small ones. So I'm going to put this simple album kit together to show you how easy it is. But also, I'm trying to decide myself which base pages I'm going to use for my family collection. Let me open the box and show you. Basically, this is everything you need except your pictures. But with heritage albums, you might want to add some sleeves or some corners or some other things. So when you open it up, you've got the instructions that has all the layouts in it. Very simple. It even comes with a repositionable tape runner. That is pretty awesome. The embellishments are numbered. This is like paint by number, and they're in pockets according to about 4-page layouts. So you would pull out everything out of the first pocket to do your first few pages, and so on. The stickers are also numbered. Just pull these out. You see that's for layout 10, that's for layout 15, layout 1, and so on. Here are the pages. And then here is the album cover. There's a choice. This is Natural Beginnings, and you can get it in black or caramel with just this design on it, or you can get it in plain pearl white. I really like this black, so I picked that one. When you take the papers out, by the way, the album is pre-filled with our slide-in 1-pocket pages, so you can rearrange these all you want to. And this is pre-designed. This is a background page. But just so you know, if you try this, the front, this is going to be the front page, and its cut apart sheet is going to be in the back with the back page, I might want to do all of them last. In case you're not sure, they say it. They say everything on the back. So this would be done as a 2-page layout, the very front and the very back. And this is its cut apart sheet. So you go step by step. You would want to do the long cuts first. And then this is the sheet that goes with those two. But aside from the front page, everything else, you're going to get 3 sheets of paper. So the next layout will look like that. And here's its cut apart sheet. It looks kind of funny on the front, but it's because you're going to be cutting things apart. So I'm going to do this and fast forward. You won't have to watch me do the whole thing, and I'll let you know how long it took. So I took a little coffee break, but that took me an hour and 55 minutes to do, so just under 2 hours. And I consider myself an experienced scrapbooker, but I'm also a little one of those people that has to align everything just so that adds a tiny bit of time. And I didn't get really technical on how to do things. If you want more one-on-one teaching for working on your albums, then be sure and send me your email to sign up for my Heritage Album Workshop coming in the spring. More details later. Now this was a big mat, but a lot of these smaller mats, I just put a little bit of repositionable tape runner behind them so I can take them off and rearrange depending on what I want to do with these pages. Now remember, repositionable tape runner becomes permanent, so you don't want to leave that on forever. You want to kind of decide what pages you're doing, and that's why I just put like a couple of little pieces, so if I do have to bring them up, then it won't be much that I have to cover. And these are so versatile. There were a couple of places where I didn't cut the mat the way it said because I might decide to do something bigger here. But again, I can take this off and go back and cut it and change that. So these were supposed to be 2 4x6 mats, and I thought maybe I want to put something bigger there. So I changed that up. And these are very versatile, especially if I want to take the mats off. Like this page, for example, I could put this 8x10 photo here, and that would look really nice. And let's see, there are some other spots. This one here, and I actually really like that plaid for the school picture. So you see, it works. You don't have to use the sizes that they recommend in the instruction book. And then here's one that I didn't cut into 4x6s because I might want to use this 5x7. And this is an old picture, so I would actually use corners on it rather than adhesive on the back. And then you don't have to use vintage pictures. Here's some modern pictures that just look great with these pages. And so, for example, this page, I could put some vintage things on and it would look really nice. Or I have some recent pictures from last fall. I could cut that back into 4x6 mats and trim these. Maybe do like that. Maybe cut this into a 4x4 or 3.5x3.5. Trim that to go on that mat. And I've got a really nice fall page. So it just kind of goes with everything. Even if you're an experienced scrapbooker, this is a way to get things finished, to complete a project that you've been putting off. I know sometimes we get kind of fancy and it takes us a while to do a page, but if you're really wanting to get something done this year, then this is a good way to do it. Or signing up for my class in the spring is a good way to do it. Either way, let me know. Maybe put something in the comments. Do you like to just do every page from scratch? You know, do it your own way? Do you like to use Fast to Fab pages? Or do you think you would like this really simple album kit? Thanks for joining me, and we will do some more on our vintage photos next time. See you then.